Chris Leben, known as the Crippler, is a name that echoes in the UFC for his raw aggression and unyielding grit. In a sport where only the toughest survive, Leben carved his legacy with a series of brutal knockouts that kept fans at the edge of their seats.
Big shots and a counter left hand, left uppercut. And exactly where he wants to be now is Chris Leben, holding the overhook on the right side.
His thunderous left hand and iron jaw were his trademarks, and they made him a fighter to fear in the octagon.
I don't know why Sherdog's always got me to lose. I don't know why these odds are always against me. How many times have I knocked guys out?
Leben's career is defined by relentless pressure and heart-stopping finishes, each one more devastating than the last. From his vicious knockout at UFC 82 to his stunning win over Wanderlei Silva, Chris proved time and again that he was one of the most dangerous fighters in the history of the sport.
Whoa! Big flying knee right away, and Leben gets dropped.
Join us as we dive into some of his most brutal finishes, including his epic battles on The Ultimate Fighter and his iconic moments that cemented him as UFC's wildest and most unpredictable fighter. Chris Leben. Chris, the Crippler Leben, was one of the most feared fighters in UFC history.
Here we go!
Known for his raw aggression and brutal fighting style.
Matter to me. I mean, it's not the same as a fight, you know, but it's nice to win at something, I guess.
Born on July 21, 1980 in Portland, Oregon, Leben's journey into mixed martial arts, MMA, was marked by his fearless approach in the octagon. His ability to take punishment and deliver punishing strikes made him an unforgettable figure in the sport.
Very good dirty boxer.
Yeah, it's kind of a stalemate when both guys are so incredibly strong.
Leben first gained widespread attention in 2005 as a contestant on The Ultimate Fighter 1.
Knocked out a veteran tonight.
Right to the inside comes Dakota Cock.
Where his explosive style earned him a loyal fan base. Throughout his career, Leben's most notable attribute was his relentless aggression. His left hand, known for its thunderous impact, led to some of the most exciting knockouts in UFC history. In 2011, Leben faced one of his most iconic moments when he took down the legendary Wanderlei Silva at UFC 132. Leben's career was not without challenges, but his toughness and never-say-die attitude solidified his legacy as one of the UFC's wildest and most unpredictable fighters. His fierce style and heart made him a true warrior in the cage. The birth of the Crippler. Chris Leben's journey to becoming the Crippler didn't happen overnight.
Gone for the 19th time.
Growing up in Portland, Oregon, Leben faced numerous challenges, but his toughness and resilience were evident from a young age. With a background in boxing and kickboxing, he honed his skills in local gyms before making the leap into mixed martial arts. His raw energy and fearless fighting spirit quickly caught the attention of those around him. Leben's big break came in 2005 when he was selected as a cast member on the inaugural season of The Ultimate Fighter.
He's drunk all night, making noise, and you can't sleep. You got roommates.
The show was pivotal in bringing UFC and MMA into the mainstream, and for Leben, it was the platform that launched his career.
I want to kill him right now.
I know.
You don't understand. No, I'm serious.
No, I do understand.
This is me. Call me if I was bastard. I want to kill him, Nate.
Known for his bold personality and relentless aggression, he quickly earned a reputation as one of the most entertaining and unpredictable fighters. During his time on the show, Leben became infamous for his aggressive style, often getting into heated exchanges with other contestants. His nickname, the Crippler, was born out of his fearsome fighting style. Leben was known for his heavy-handed striking and his ability to finish fights in brutal fashion.
What Chael said, Uriah looks fast.
Whether it was with his signature left hook or his relentless ground and pound, he left opponents in a dazed and battered state. Leben's relentless pressure and ability to take punches made him a fan favorite.
You can just tell how hard Leben hits. That one just kind of threw Cochran off balance and didn't even land that one.
Good forward driving pressure from Cochran.
And his fearless approach to every fight earned him the respect of his peers in the UFC. In his UFC debut in 2005, Leben's aggressive style was immediately put to the test. He faced tough opponents, including Josh Koscheck and Alessio Sakara.
time. Why are you gonna hold me on the mat? You didn't hurt me at all. It's a win. Win.
And while his journey was filled with ups and downs, his trademark aggression never wavered. Over the years, Chris Leben would solidify his place in MMA history as one of the sport's most intense and unpredictable fighters, leaving a legacy that would be remembered for generations to come.
Have to worry about, getting cut or getting banged up and having to go compete in a challenge.
His name would forever be synonymous with the kind of wild, no-holds-barred fighting the fans loved. Relentless aggression. Chris Leben's fighting style was a true reflection of his personality, aggressive, fearless, and relentless. From the moment he stepped into the octagon, it was clear that he wasn't there to play it safe. Leben's approach to MMA was simple: go forward, take risks, and finish the fight at all costs. This style earned him a reputation as one of the most exciting and unpredictable fighters in the UFC.
Round one, he caught one on the chin.
Manny Brown just pointed out that Leben's head.
Leben's striking was his biggest weapon. Known for his powerful left hand, which earned him the nickname the Crippler, he had the ability to knock out opponents with a single punch. His punches were heavy and fast, and his relentless pursuit of his opponents often left them with little room to breathe. Whether he was swinging hooks or throwing uppercuts, Leben's power in his strikes made him a dangerous opponent for anyone who stood across from him. But it wasn't just his striking that made Leben stand out. He had an incredible chin, allowing him to absorb punishment without losing his forward momentum. This resilience made him one of the toughest fighters in the history of the sport. No matter how many punches he took, Leben kept pushing forward, always looking to end the fight. His ability to take a beating and still move forward with relentless aggression made him an icon in the UFC. On the ground, Leben was equally aggressive. While not known for his wrestling, his ability to capitalize on mistakes was second to none. Once he got his opponent to the ground, he would unleash a brutal ground and pound that overwhelmed his adversaries. His focus was always on finishing the fight, and his pressure never relented.
Here we go! Leben in the white trunks.
Leben's ability to stay in the pocket, throw heavy punches, and keep the pressure on his opponents made him a nightmare for fighters who preferred a more technical approach. His unique combination of aggression, resilience, and power made him one of the most feared fighters in the UFC during his prime. It was this relentless fighting style that captured the hearts of fans and solidified his legacy as one of the wildest and most exciting fighters in MMA history. UFC 82. On February 2, 2008, Chris Leben faced off against Alessio Sakara at UFC 82 in a bout that would not only showcase his trademark aggression, but also earn him one of the most coveted accolades in the sport, the knockout of the night bonus. This was a pivotal moment in Leben's career and a testament to his incredible power and ability to finish fights.
Looking to take him down.
Good takedown defense by...
The fight began with both men exchanging strikes, but it didn't take long for Leben to assert his dominance. Known for his brutal left hand, Leben pressed the action from the start, relentlessly attacking Sakara with heavy punches and kicks. As the first round wore on, it was clear that Leben was in control, pushing the pace and backing Sakara up against the cage. The decisive moment came midway through the first round when Leben unleashed a vicious left hook that landed cleanly on Sakara's chin. The impact was immediate, as Sakara was rocked and staggered by the punch. Leben, sensing an opportunity to finish the fight, followed up with a series of hard strikes that left Sakara unable to defend himself. The referee stepped in, stopping the fight at 3:36 of round 1, giving Leben a spectacular knockout victory. Leben's performance at UFC 82 wasn't just a win, it was a statement. His power and aggression were on full display, and it was clear that he was a dangerous opponent for anyone in the division. The victory earned him the knockout of the night bonus, further solidifying his reputation as one of the most exciting and unpredictable fighters in the UFC.
Wanderlei Silva, beaten by Chris Leben.
This win was a highlight in Leben's career, showcasing his relentless pursuit of victory and his ability to end fights in devastating fashion. It also helped to elevate his status as a fan favorite, as his knockouts and wild fighting style always promised entertainment. UFC 82 marked a defining moment for Chris Leben, as he continued to build his legacy as one of the most feared and exciting fighters in MMA history. The Ultimate Fighter 11 Final. One of the most defining moments of Chris Leben's career came during the Ultimate Fighter 11 finale on June 19, 2010, when he faced off against the undefeated Aaron Simpson. Simpson, a four-time state wrestling champion, entered the fight with an impressive record of 8-0 and was expected to be a tough challenge for Leben. However, Chris Leben's raw aggression and relentless fighting style were more than a match for Simpson's wrestling prowess. The fight started with Simpson attempting to use his superior wrestling to control the pace, but Leben's heavy hands and tenacity quickly turned the tables. Simpson's confidence was evident as he looked to impose his will, but Leben wasn't intimidated. Instead, he continued to press forward with strikes, making it clear that he wasn't afraid to exchange blows with the undefeated wrestler.
He looks like he's setting up for a left kick.
In the first round, both fighters went back and forth, but it was Leben's ability to take punches and keep moving forward that set him apart.
Technically sound ground fighter.
Simpson had a few moments of success, but as the round progressed, it was clear that Leben was beginning to break him down. Leben's powerful left hand rocked Simpson several times, and he started to find his rhythm. The turning point came in the second round, when Leben's pressure became too much for Simpson. After a series of strikes, Leben landed a devastating combination that sent Simpson reeling. With Simpson clearly hurt, Leben didn't hesitate. He charged forward, raining down strikes that left Simpson unable to defend himself. Referee Herb Dean stepped in to stop the fight at 2-1 of round 2, giving Leben a TKO victory.
Too, looked like he caught a good punch already.
Cross to the body. Henry back in again.
Step back.
Oh, and I'm not sure what happened.
Time called by Andrew Glenn.
Stop the time.
And it's Henry down.
Proving that his heart and aggression could overcome even the most skilled opponents. Simpson, who had a reputation as a dominant wrestler, was no match for Leben's unrelenting pace and knockout power. The victory earned Leben a well-deserved spot in the spotlight, reaffirming his status as one of the most dangerous and exciting fighters in the UFC. The Ultimate Fighter 11 Fennell was another unforgettable chapter in Chris Leben's wild and legendary MMA career. The battle with Wanderlei Silva.
Southpaw Leben in the white trunks.
On July 2, 2011, Chris Leben faced one of the most significant challenges of his career when he was matched up against the legendary Wanderlei Silva at UFC 132. Silva, known as one of the most brutal and fearless fighters in MMA history, was a true test of Leben's resilience and ability to fight at the highest level. Silva had built a reputation for his devastating striking and was a fan favorite, making this one of the most anticipated fights of the year. From the start, Leben came out with his usual aggressive style, pressuring Silva with his powerful left hand and relentless attacks. Silva, who was known for his wild brawling tactics, matched Leben's intensity, creating a truly explosive exchange. However, what set this fight apart was Leben's ability to stay in the pocket and keep moving forward despite the power Silva brought to the cage. The turning point came in the first round when Leben caught Silva with a brutal left hook. The punch sent Silva stumbling backward, and Leben, sensing the opportunity, immediately pressed the attack. He continued to land heavy strikes, overwhelming Silva with his ferocity. Silva, despite his toughness, struggled to recover from the onslaught, and Leben's pressure was unrelenting. In the second round, Leben's aggressive pace continued to pay off. As Silva grew fatigued from the constant barrage, Leben's left hand found its mark once again. A series of devastating punches dropped Silva, and Herb Dean stepped in to stop the fight at 155 of round 2, giving Chris Leben a stunning TKO victory over the legendary Brazilian fighter. This victory was a massive milestone in Leben's career. Defeating a fighter as decorated and dangerous as Wanderlei Silva solidified Leben's status as one of the most exciting and resilient fighters in the UFC. His performance at UFC 132 showcased his heart, determination, and the raw aggression that fans had come to love. It was a statement win, proving that Leben could hang with the best of the world, and his legacy as one of the UFC's wildest fighters was further cemented. Chris Leben's career was a testament to the power of aggression, resilience, and an unrelenting fighting spirit. From his explosive knockouts to his brutal battles against some of the toughest opponents in MMA history, Leben proved time and again that he was one of the wildest and most exciting fighters in UFC history. His victory over Wanderlei Silva at UFC 132 is just one example of the heart and power that made him a fan favorite and a legend in the sport. Chris, the Crippler Leben, may have retired from the octagon, but his legacy lives on, forever etched in the annals of UFC history.